It has been recorded that you kept good company with the traitor Claudius.
Others have chosen to remain silent to a desperate penalty. You, on the other hand, have the glorious opportunity to serve Rome and not betray yourself. You were friends with Claudius.
Yes. To the best of your knowledge, please describe in detail the events surrounding your friend Claudius's death. Marcus.
Oh my God, there's of Jerusalem! Now, our Savior, in the skirt of Roman protection, the Almighty Herod has bestowed upon us safety in this dangerous time of celebration. No longer will we suffer under the oppression of the sheep and the goats. They found equals in these large men carrying spears and swords.
Come down from there.
Come up from there. I see we are equally armed. Go ahead. Save this city from my deviant tongue.
Come down this moment. You there. Climb down from there. This does not involve you.
I'm confused, soldier. Have you come to keep the peace or incite a riot?
You've made your point. We best be on our way.
Yes, you best be on your way.
You mock Caesar for the sake of a lunatic beggar. How dare you belittle he who clothes you and feeds you?
Keep this, Rome.
You consider yourself officially on duty because of a harmless man's jokes? Best keep opinions to yourself, soldier, regardless of what you and I think. We have a sworn duty. Claudius. I beg your pardon. Not soldier. Claudius. Marcus. Welcome to Jerusalem. Which detail are you assigned to? You're not one for formal introductions, are you, Claudius?
To the point.
You are assigned to execution.
That's not what I asked.
But it is what you meant.
Quite to the point. Not my execution, I would hope.
No, a Jewish hero.
Executed just in time to begin the Jewish celebration. There's Roman thinking in that.
I, on the other hand, have a day off.
I hate you already.
You barely know my name.
I don't know any of these Jews' names. They're my worst enemies.
And they have the whole weekend off.
5 years in the academy and I'm assigned guard duty at a tube.
Tell me again exactly, why was this man executed?
You weigh yourself down with trivial information. It's not our place to ask questions.
You saw what I saw.
Yeah,
You weren't bothered?
the only thing that will bother me is if we aren't compensated for 2 nights of extra duty.
I've never seen such passion. I mean, to see one of your own people die was almost like a celebration.
People don't seem to take too well to false messiahs. I'll never understand why Jerusalem doesn't simply find solace in the strength of Caesar.
And who's to say Caesar won't suffer the same fate?
Rome will far outlast the superstitions of the Jews.
At least as long as that coin lasts in your purse.
Do you betray Caesar?
I only acknowledge that he'll someday be forgotten.
Yeah, Rome will burn.
Nightmares over grave robbery.
It was all we could talk about. I began to suspect he had a darker side.
Did you suspect, Yall? Mental?
Please, continue.
No one can think straight after being on duty that length of time. It was your first day. Before you continue spouting your theories, I suggest you get some sleep.
Sleep?
You're not the same person I met 3 days ago.
Over and over the same images. You say sleep as if it's that simple.
I wish I could sympathize with you, but this whole mess bought me another day off.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. We arrived at the tomb and they dismissed us.
They?
You know, captain, a couple of guys from your unit, chief priests, other religious men.
Chief priest.
Come to think of it, it was rather interesting to see them fraternizing Roman soldiers in broad daylight. But I suppose when a prisoner is missing, it's going to cause quite a stir, especially a criminal like that. What makes you sure he was a criminal? Sympathizing again? Claudius, it doesn't look good for a new transfer in occupied territory.
You didn't fight, plead.
It's one thing to torture a belligerent murderer who would just as soon do the same to you.
Do you know what he said when we dropped the post into position?
The prisoner played on your emotions, and you fell for it. It happens.
Who was there for my unit?
Julian.
It has been recorded that you kept good company with the traitor Claudius.
Others have chosen to remain silent to a desperate penalty. You, on the other hand, have the glorious opportunity to serve Rome and not betray yourself. You were friends with Claudius.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, please describe in detail the events surrounding your friend Claudius's death. Marcus.
Oh, beloved refuse of Jerusalem! Hail, our Savior, in the skirt of Roman protection! The Almighty Herod has bestowed upon us safety for this dangerous time of celebration. No longer will we suffer under the oppression of the sheep and the goats. They found equals in these large men carrying spears and swords.
Come down from there.
Come up from there. I see we are equally armed. Go ahead. Save obscenity from my deviant tongue.
Come down this moment. You there. Climb down from there. This does not involve you.
I'm confused, soldier. Have you come to keep the peace or incite a riot?
You've made your point. We best be on our way.
Yes, you best be on your way.
You mock Caesar for the sake of a lunatic beggar. How dare you belittle he who clothes you and feeds you?
Eat this, Rome.
You consider yourself officially on duty because of the harmless man's jokes? You best keep opinions to yourself, soldier, regardless of what you and I think we have a sworn duty. Claudius, I beg your pardon, not soldier, Claudius. Marcus, welcome to Jerusalem. Which detail are you assigned to? You're not one for formal introductions, are you, Claude?
I believe you're getting to the point.
But you are assigned to execution.
That's not what I asked.
But it is what you meant.
What's the point? Not my execution, I would hope.
No, a Jewish hero.
Executed just in time to begin the Jewish celebration. There's Roman thinking of that.
I, on the other hand, have a day off.
I hate you already.
You barely know my name.
I don't know any of these Jews' names. They're my worst enemies.
I may have the whole weekend off.
5 years in the academy and unassigned guard duty at a tube.
Tell me again exactly why was this man executed?
You weigh yourself down with trivial information. It's not our place to ask questions.
You saw what I saw.
Yeah,
You weren't bothered.
the only thing that will bother me is if we aren't compensated for 2 nights of extra duty.
I've never seen such passion. I mean, to see one of your own people die was almost like a celebration.
People don't seem to take too well to false messiahs. I'll never understand why Jerusalem doesn't simply find solace in the strength of Caesar.
And who's to say Caesar won't suffer the same fate?
Rome will far outlast the superstitions of the Jews.
At least as long as that coin lasts in your purse.
Do you betray Caesar?
I only acknowledge that he'll someday be forgotten.
Yeah, Rome will burn.
Nightmares over a grave robbery.
It was all we could talk about. I began to suspect he had a darker side.
Did you suspect illness? Mental?
Please, continue.
No one can think straight after being on duty that length of time. It was your first day. Before you continue spouting your theories, I suggest you get some sleep.
Sleep?
You're not the same person I met 3 days ago.
Over and over the same images. You say sleep as if it's that simple.
I wish I could sympathize with you, but this illness bought me another day off.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. We arrived at the tomb and they dismissed us.
They?
You know, captain, a couple of guys from your unit, chief priest, some other religious men.
Chief priest?
Come to think of it, it was rather interesting to see them fraternizing Roman soldiers in broad daylight. But I suppose when a prisoner is missing, it's going to cause quite a stir, especially a criminal like that.
What makes you so sure he was a criminal?
Sympathizing again? Claudius, it doesn't look good for a new transfer in occupied territory.
You know, fight, plead. It's one thing to torture belligerent murder who would just as soon do the same to you. Do you know what he said when we dropped the post into position?
The prisoner played on your emotions, and you fell for it. It happens.
Who came from my unit?
Julian, Seneca, Leo, Pantera, Cleon, Titus, Octavian. It's everyone. But you were out cold. Or so they say. What do you mean, or so they say? You weren't prepared for the kind of work that goes on here in Jerusalem. But that's the key. It's your work, your duty, nothing more. So quit thinking and sleep. It's not your fault.
Why would it be my fault?
Claudius, I believe you. But the prisoner has escaped.
Escape? That's ridiculous. He's been dead for almost 3 days.
The story is that some chief priest bribed the soldiers to say that some followers stole the body.
While we were on duty.
They said you were asleep.
No, we weren't. Wasn't. That's a lie. What guard would admit to being asleep? It's punishable by death.
I know.
That's why they sent me home. I'm the scapegoat.
It's only a rumor.
A rumor that could get me killed.
Hello? Some chief priests bribed the soldiers to say that some followers stole the body.
Guard would admit to being asleep.
When preparing a proper meal, always set your fork at 9 o'clock. Sit up straight. We never slouch. No elbows on the table. Always pass the serving dishes to the right. Proper attire is a must. Always present guests with a timely dinner invitation. And never, ever, ever be late to the dinner table.
You! Stop! Stop! Officer, get out of my way! Get out of my way! This was the child at the execution.
Yes, please. Isaac. You are unarmed.
Where's the body?
We've heard only rumors.
Tell me.
Tell me.
I was on duty there.
I know.
No. I was there at the tomb. What have you done with the body? Tell me.
I don't know where it is.
No one stole that body. It was an earthquake. And a light that came from everywhere. And I just can't remember.
You were there.
I still am. It haunts me. I have to know what happened. You were friends with this man. Look, I know I'm not like you, and you have every reason to be suspicious of me. But this is something I just can't explain. His eyes. Never seen such powerful eyes. Innocent eyes. Killed an innocent man. That was my duty.
I know.
I don't understand. Why would he chase a Jewish child?
Recognize him.
And do the Roman Guard make it a habit recognizing Jewish children?
We are hardly referencing the entire Roman Guard, sir. We are speaking of a lone, deranged man.
My mistake.
Rambling Marcus. At what point did you begin to doubt his allegiance to Rome?
I'm getting there.
Get there quickly.
What precisely drew him to the child?
I don't have that information.
I need that information.
Well, then I suppose you'll have to ask Claudius.
Just answer their questions. Don't elaborate. Why? Can't you obey orders? Just yes and no.
So how did you arrange this meeting anyway?
The commander is a personal friend of a friend of mine. He assured me that if you will just cooperate, this whole thing will be dropped.
But how did you...
Don't ask.
I'm not taking a bribe, and I'm not saying I was asleep. Some say he was the awaited Messiah.
And that's the kind of thing you're not going to say in there.
I can tell anything but the truth. Spoken like a true Roman.
So my men, Marcus, Captain.
Claudius, you are known as an outstanding young man who serves the interest of Rome. You know why you're here, so please, for the captain, recount what happened to you while on duty last night. For the captain, recount what happened to you while on duty last night.
That won't be necessary. It is obvious what has happened here. We would all agree that under certain circumstances, we are subject to inventing fantasies, especially when one is asleep, as your fellow soldiers have attested. You are officially dismissed from the Legion.
Sir, I beg an explanation. This is not what was discussed.
Let me make myself clear, soldier. This is a military establishment, not a pro-council hearing. You are dismissed.
Execute me.
That can be arranged.
Or I'm sorry, you only execute religious criminals these days.
Would you excuse us for a moment? Do you suppose that I have never encountered a soldier that has disagreed with my philosophy? That you're the only crusader whining for the oppressed? This is the anthem of today's military youth. But when you are old, dear Claudius, and mind you, we all grow old, all you will remember are how a few choice words, stated with conviction, were the downfall of your entire career. With that in mind, why don't we rethink your response?
The chief priest should be demanding our execution as well. The prisoner is gone, we were on duty. But instead of having us arrested, they bribe us.
Do you want to die? Become a hero?
I want the truth.
We fight for the same things, young Claudius.
Gentlemen,
Justice, safety, the protection of our people. You, of course, politically, we spiritually. But you Romans do not have an understanding of my people. We are attempting to spare you much grief in regards to the implications of perpetuating this unlikely tale of a little man's claim to resurrection. But we find this difficult while you refuse to close your mouth.
All of Roman rule is threatened by one little.
How difficult is it, Claudius, to remain silent?
The sect could cause many problems in Jerusalem, which would spread throughout the country, jeopardizing Roman rule.
Such a political decision.
He was brought to fair trial, sentenced by Pontius Pilate.
You know that. I was there. I want to know more than what I saw. I want to know what happened.
Of course you do. And so do we. All we're asking is that you keep this incident to yourself until we've had time to observe the sect. Now that the followers have stolen the body, attempting some kind of validity to their Messiah, we fear matters could escalate.
The truth, soldier, is that you're the only one in the entire Golgotha detail who hasn't admitted you were asleep. No one believes your clever story of an earthquake.
I saw what I saw. I challenge anyone who says otherwise. So this is what justice has come to. A competition. Who can invent the most believable truth?
Who are you against the entire Roman legion? Just tell me the truth, and you can return to duty.
Then we have the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 and MacBook Pro. The Surface comes with a pen and a touch screen. I gave this little bar, but why can't they just give me a whole touch screen? The Surface Pro has a tactile keyboard, and with the Mac, you're kind of just stuck with what you got. But with the Surface, yes, you can run your favorite apps on it. It has the power to run all your apps. It is a much better gaming device. I love my games. Then there's the price. Yeah.
At Airwick, we craft authentic fragrances to bring the essence of nature into your home. But nature can't thrive without wildflowers. Since 2009, we've lost 33 million acres of grassland and wildflower habitat in the U.S. Great Plains. Airwick Scented Oils is partnering with World Wildlife Fund to reseed 1 billion square feet of native wildflowers and grasslands, making our connection to nature stronger. Learn more at airwick.us.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G from America's most reliable network at no extra cost, and plans to mix and match so you only pay for what you need.
The plan is so reasonable, they can stay on for the rest of the day.
And on top of that, nobody gives you more entertainment luck, like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus on select unlimited plans, and Discovery Plus on us. You even get one of our best 5G phones on us when you buy one, and it all starts at just $35, only from Verizon.
When you order in or dine outside at a local restaurant, you're not only helping answer what's for dinner, you're really helping out a small business. Order in, help with American Express.
What were your thoughts concerning this mistreatment of poor Claudius?
At the time, I was unaware of his previous mental condition.
Mental condition?
In Rome. The very reason he was transferred.
How did you come about that knowledge?
You know full well, sir. It came from you.
Oh, yes. The memory does get cloudy when one hasn't slept.
A mental condition is quite a secret for a friend. To keep it hidden from those who fight at your side would almost seem dishonest.
How did that make you feel?
How did that make me feel?
The exercise commence.
I'm sorry, Marcus, I can't betray the truth, regardless of how popular I am.
Truth, is it?
Claudius, find your blind spot.
Yes, truth. Can I ask you a hypothetical question? Wait, I think it is waited long enough.
Hey! General Marcus. Watch your form, soldier.
Send someone to have you back. My back, I don't understand it like right now. I train with you. I'd like to want to do so to ensure your safety. What about this person? Say he has a passion for truth. Do you know someone of the sort? I believe I do. Yes! Suppose further that the truthful one holds secrets that could very well prove dangerous to the one who has it best. Feel the truth record. My God, it's advantageous to keep such a tragedy a secret. Don't you think so, Claudius? How dare you threaten me? How dare you kill your partner? I have no defense. Did he scream? Was there a family? It's only an exercise, Marcus. And what would happen if the knife were in my throat? You would live. Are you one of the soldiers that crucified Jesus the Christ? You weren't there, were you? Yes. And at the tomb? Yes. We've heard that you have a story. There are many stories. We want to hear yours. Who sent you? A friend. He assured us that you seek the truth. He has been seen. The body? Alive. Alive? He's dead. I killed him myself. You must have. Soon and alone. Where?
Garrison. And you didn't see him again until he came back to the garrison.
This is what I've already told you.
Then where did he go following the sparring incident?
We were hardly friends any longer, sir. I made no record of his whereabouts.
Perhaps we haven't made ourselves plain. Claudius's location in those few hours is the primary interest of this discussion.
And perhaps I haven't made myself plain.
I can't help you. Continue then, from the garrison.
You're already late for duty, Julian.
You've been a good friend. It was the 7th month of our assignment. Rome was a place of frequent celebration. As we passed by a particularly drunken fight, I heard a child's voice through a mountain of angry men. Tertius came in after him to watch my back. We found the child cowering underneath the bright table. His father didn't take too kindly to our rescue effort. We quickly became the objects of their rage. It was then that I was thankful for my military training. Hands came from everywhere, choking the life out of me. I kept that child's hand in mine for the door. Fire in the oven reflected off of what I need to be, my intuition, sword. So I drew mine and got the air.
Tertius.
Yeah, 2 children. I'm not insane, but I'm also not made up of the same material as the Roman Empire. Thoughts of killing an innocent man for what I came here to escape.
Only to be ordered to do it again.
That is exactly why I can't let it lie, Marcus. I drew blood from this man, this Messiah. His eyes read my mind. I knew all the pain I was feeling, all the pain I'd ever felt. There's nothing. You have heard his dying words.
I have heard there was thunder.
Forgive them. He said, forgive them.
Forgive who?
Me.
Admiring your handiwork.
What are you doing here?
It seems our man Claudius, an escalating headache for my people, I assure you, was seen with 11 themselves.
I thought there were 12.
11.
What do you expect me to do?
I apologize. I was expecting you to do your job and control your men. If they become a threat to the city, shall I go above your head?
You've crushed that man's spirit already. Need you ruin his life as well?
It seems as if your priorities are leaning toward the better of the one, rather than the better of the whole. That can't be right.
I'll send my men to follow him.
As you wish, Captain.
I haven't been able to escape this pain, Marcus.
But if you find this man,
I think I'll find my answer. Maybe you're right. Maybe he is dead.
I can't see you chasing after a corpse.
So this is goodbye.
You realize that walking into that room is walking into your own grave.
All the more reason to say goodbye.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Don't hope. Pray.
I told him if he didn't report to his superiors within the next hour, I would be forced to see that justice was served in regard to his blatant defiance.
Then why didn't you?
There was no need. As you said, you sent your spies yourself.
What occurred in the disciples' quarters?
That is where the mystery will remain, sir. No one has ever seen him again.
He simply disappeared. Like a dead body.
You wouldn't have any reason to be dishonest with us, would you, Marcus?
I don't see how it would serve my country or myself. And isn't that what is most important?
So you have heard nothing, seen nothing, and been given no information regarding what happened behind that closed door.
Nothing at all, sir. I swear it by Caesar.
The single worst thing about scooping your cat's litter box.
Scooping your cat's litter box.
That's right. Never scoop again with
Litter Robot. Litter Robot self-cleaning technology sifts through those dirty little clumps, so you never have to scoop. And your feline friend always has a clean bed of litter.
which means your cat won't have to step on poop to go poop.
Visit litterrobot.com and join the over 400,000 happy cat parents who no longer scoop. Stop scooping and order today at litterrobot.com.
Today, when you shop or browse online, your personal information can be exposed. 1 minute it's in your hand, the next it's there, and everywhere, making you vulnerable to cyber criminals. That's why Norton 360 with LifeLock helps protect the info on your devices, your online privacy, and your identity, all in one. Your info may be out there, but safety starts here at norton.com/safety.
It's not just a game. The info move feels like a power play. It's opened my eyes to a whole new world. It's where I find myself and get lost in the game.
I don't know if I hope that Felicia follows in my footsteps. I want her to do whatever she wants to do. Wear my shoes? No. Why would you wear my shoes? Do you want to go somewhere together? Yeah. Yeah, together. Yeah. Wherever. Yeah.
May I ask whom you wish to see?
Open the door now. May I enter?
You come alone?
Yes. We have another seeker who wishes to join us.
This is all right. He seeks answers. And in that, we are equals. And there's a story to tell.
I wasn't supposed to work that night. I'd worked over the Sabbath and was very tired. I'd been on duty since Friday afternoon.
I remember your face.
You were on the hill.
I was assigned to Golgotha duty. I didn't ask for it. I was assigned to it. Why are you here? I don't know what I saw. It's what I want you to tell me. Why would he come to me? I killed him.
We all deserted him. We left him to face this injustice alone. It wasn't supposed to end like this. So we fled. In fear, in embarrassment, angry.
So why are you still here? Why don't you just go home?
If you'd seen him do what we've seen him do, you would stay too.
I've seen enough.
We saw an angel. He told us that Jesus was not here. He told us that Jesus was no longer dead.
It's true. It's like he said he would.
Like he said he would?
More than once. But we didn't understand. We didn't believe.
John, you were there at the tomb. Tell them.
Peter and I saw the tomb. It was open and empty. We didn't see Jesus.
Who was this man? Who was this Jesus?
Is there any doubt? I saw him. I saw him risen from the dead. He's who he said he was. He's the Son of God.
Impossible. Why would he let them show me?
Why must it make sense for us to believe?
You are free to go.
It's quite accurate, yeah.
What was that, soldier?
How difficult the sun can be when you've sat in darkness.
That will be all.
One more thing.
Oh? What is it?
What story will be given in regard to Claudius's whereabouts?
We don't believe that's any of your concern.
I may be asked. And as a friend, I should be one to know.
Suffice it to say that another Roman citizen ended his life, falling prey to the enticements of the enemy.
Dying like a good soldier.
The best.
And that is what I will say.
Unless, of course, you have something to add.
No, sir. Not to the best of my knowledge.
Vision my imagination. Did the world just change? Every misconception just got swept away. In the rubble of my dreams, I've been searching for the proof. Suddenly I find myself awakened by the truth. In a moment of light, I saw an empty grave. And in a moment of light, he took my fears away with the